Welcome to another Guys on Draft. Welcome, Phil. Welcome, Mark.
Welcome.
Mark's already making fun of me, but as always, we love for you to go to all of our social medias, like and subscribe. Guys on Sports, Guys on Draft, Guys on Network.
The guys.
And as always,
let's do Guys on Politics, like you said. I think that'd be a good show.
That'd be a great show.
Great show.
We'd get canceled, but it
Guys
would be a
on
great
Chicks
show.
would be good.
Girls on Guys. It's always good.
That's a movie.
It's always good. Anyways, I don't remember what the last topic was because I wasn't here.
Adam Sandler
Movies. Adam Sandler movies. That's
right.
probably a good one to do with only two people.
No, there was enough movies to go around.
Enough, but were there enough good movies?
Yes, there was. There was quite a few in our honorable mentions. Maybe you should watch the
I'm going to
show.
say this. Adam has made a resurgence.
I don't like where he's
See,
going.
he's in that population that I told
he's
you
one of those
about.
guys.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys.
The last couple years, he's had some really good movies. I felt like he started strong, and then the midpoint.
Where was the midpoint for you?
So I'm
Hear this nonsense.
trying to think.
He's going to say Lil Nicky.
Little Nicky sucked. It was a terrible movie.
Little Nicky's funny.
Dude, Lil Nicky was
It's
awesome.
a terrible movie. Stupid.
You're very Christian, so I get it. Like anything with the devil is kind of.
I liked Big Daddy.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Well,
I liked.
Right, basic bitch.
I liked Mr. Deeds. Great movie.
Yeah, we talked about Mr. Deeds.
Billy Madison. Funny.
Okay, you're going backwards.
Yeah.
When's the missing point?
I'm thinking after Mr. Deeds. I'm trying to think what was the next movie
Click.
after that.
You didn't like Click?
That's where it started. Middle ground.
Click is a great movie.
It's a good movie. It's not
but
great.
it's
Anger
not
management?
a comedy.
Anger Management was
good.
okay, and then he did the one with.
This is all based on like one or two.
Did the
movies.
one where the blended family with.
I didn't like that one.
Yeah.
Wait. The blend. Are you talking about the one where like he played himself and his
the
sister
girl
or
that was
something?
in E.T.
Not the
as a
one.
child, and
Not that
trying
he
to think
did
of
with-
her
About
name.
Drew Barrymore.
Yes, yeah.
You didn't
50
like
First
50
Dates?
First Dates?
No, 50 First Dates was good. I like
was
the
in that
Wedding
time.
Singer. That was good. Then he did one called Blended Family, where
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, that's just one movie. You're saying one movie.
And now I feel like Hustle,
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
Hustle, awesome.
No substance.
Rough Cut, is that what it's called? Or
Uncut Gems. Rough
Uncut
Cut.
Gems,
What's
great.
that? That's sitting in your closet. Rough Cut.
I mean, maybe I got a couple rough cuts. You don't know.
When he goes to the barber, what do you want, Rock? Give me the rough cut.
Rough Cut.
All right, so why don't we go to the next topic?
What's the next topic, man?
Next topic is most hated celebrities
That's
right
it.
now.
Sounds like you already picked one.
Yeah. What happened?
Most hated celebrities right now. And, there's been some discussion. Is it somebody I hate
Is
or
it right now?
somebody America
Why are you throwing the
hates?
right now in
No, I
there?
mean, not, right now in the show. I
Is
guess.
it of all time?
All time, yeah.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
we can do all time. All right, so we're going to spin the wheel, and then we'll get going here.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it to it. I'm totally flying. I'm freebirding right now.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Well, I have no phone to look up celebrities, so.
I don't know that I.
Mark, you get the 1-1.
Okay, nice. I like that.
Look at you, buddy. Hey, look at you, man.
Moving on up. Moving on up.
All right. I get
you,
the
number
1,
two,
2,
man.
and
The board's gonna fall to me.
Probably is in this draft too.
It's gonna be weird.
whoa,
Most
you turn off
hated
the volume.
celebrities.
Yeah, turn off the volume. What do you got going on there, bud?
I got
Some more
a
rough cuts?
Tinder notification.
Yeah. Grinder?
It makes you keep swiping up.
What are you doing, man?
Is it me?
He's thinking.
Oh,
Yeah,
so I
pregnant pause.
think the first one's easy.
Is
in,
it?
In
I'm afraid
light,
you're going to take mine.
No, he's gonna take the number 1-1.
yeah, it's the 1-1. I mean, it's the finger.
Mark's 1-1.
It's the finger on the pulse of what's happening now.
Yeah,
it's
no,
very obvious. I'm glad I got the 1-1.
ain't-
It's Diddy.
Going nowhere.
Yeah.
We ain't going nowhere.
You know
You
what's
know,
amazing to me?
Lube it up and take it, man.
Because
It's
it's
the
bad boy
1-1.
What?
What's amazing to me is that they can close TikTok in a second.
Who's they?
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
who they are. But we can't, we don't know who the freak was on Epstein Island still. Come on,
It's because it
this is a good one.
involves too many high profile rich people. And this is what pisses me off about our country. That just because you're a celebrity, it makes you exempt from
Or
the
a
hand of the
politician.
law.
It's not true. Look at Diddy.
Well, he's not
Yeah,
been
what is it?
convicted of anything yet. He's
Dude,
in
he's-
jail. But
Well, you know how the law works, right? You know, or not really. You were a lawyer, right?
I think
Or
he
almost?
should just be like. I think for
They had
this,
to. You know, there's discovery.
he should already be.
No,
taken
you
care of.
can't. This is America, right? You gotta. Yeah, there you go.
I'm okay with it.
I also have a theory as to why the wildfires are still burning in LA. But, you know, there's
Well,
that.
That's stupid. Yeah.
I think it's from all the
Those
lube.
aliens.
I think it's from all the lube at the Diddy properties.
The aliens.
So the lube at the Diddy properties, they're burning all the evidence.
This
It's
is
a bad. It's a bad pick, by the way.
no. I mean,
Yeah, it's a bad
it's. I'm going who I don't like.
Well, I thought we were going. Okay, you're going who you don't like. Okay, okay.
I, to me, one of my most hated celebs.
He hates women.
I
He
did
does.
want to go Diddy. Took Diddy. I was kind of hoping for a usual Mark 1-1.
Yeah.
Where he was trying to be somewhat funny and he just punted it.
Yeah.
But he got it. And so I find her, Kim Kardashian, I just find her annoying. I think she's a no talent.
Wow.
I think that how she got famous is pathetic, although a very American story. Pathetic. I find that entire family annoying.
Coming soon on Rocky says Kourtney Kardashian,
Yeah. I can make a list of
Kylie
just,
Jenner,
But to be fair,
Bruce
right,
Jenner.
I'm not exposed to them enough to find them annoying.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're doing in your house. But
I have, well, first
Everything
of all,
that
I have 3 daughters and a wife, so they are sometimes
You
checking
do
it
have
out.
a wife, yeah.
Sometimes
about
they're
that.
checking it out, and I can't.
Everything I've ever seen her in, though, she seems to be a very giving person.
she's giving.
Come on, man.
She is very
She
giving.
does.
Clean it up.
She's
Come on, man.
very
It
giving.
was so long ago. Okay.
Was it
Come
though?
on, man.
Was it though?
Yeah.
I mean, she's
There are-
part of this.
There are celebrities that like I may not like, but I'm like I don't like it, but I recognize the talent.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't even like. She's mildly attractive.
Well, I mean, everybody has their taste, right? So I think I don't think I'm gonna go personal here because I don't really hate anybody. You know, you guys, whatever. You guys
For a guy with a lot of hate in the system,
I don't have a lot of hate.
That's the biggest lie ever
That
told
is-
on
I
this
don't
couch.
hate anybody.
Lay down.
That's ridiculous.
Let's do a little therapy on you.
See, you guys repress your anger.
you
Here
think
we
you
go.
don't-
You guys
He
repress
put the
your
cap
anger.
back on his marker. That's how pissed off he is.
I'm not pissed off. I just, whenever something bothers me,
F-bomb in 1, 2.
I let it be known, so I don't harbor anything. Now you guys have to deal with your own issues and who you
Here's
hate.
what I feel.
I think
But
you
I'm gonna
harbor-
base this on.
You know what? I wasn't gonna go there, but since you
But
opened
you
up the
sons
can
of
of worms,
bitches.
I'm gonna base this on what I think people hate.
All right.
Right. So I think you mentioned this person earlier today, and I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna say Ellen DeGeneres. I think that people loved her at one point.
Yeah,
But
they
I think
bought the hype. Yeah.
But it seems like it's very like when you try to like get into the story, it seems very like vague. And I think people just ran with it because they wanted to, and I wonder why. And that makes me think people just don't really like her.
Well,
Like,
because
even though
nobody
I think-
came to her defense.
Yeah, maybe, but it could be one of those scapegoat things. But I think all in all, she's not that funny. Well, she's not really funny at all.
She's not funny at all.
And I think she's just in people's faces. She
does have a pretty
I
wife.
think
Yeah.
it's one of those things where see her every day, and then you hear something bad, and you want to believe it, so you just roll with it. And I just think people don't like her in general. I think she's the butt of the joke now, but it feels a little personal when I hear people talk.
I just want to know who let her back into the country. That's all I want to know because
she's
she
a
was-
citizen.
What's crazy about I know, but she also said she wanted to leave here, so stay gone. But you know, she played America's darling. But then anything you read about her behind the scenes was that it was a total act, and she treated her staff like trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
Maybe her staff was trash.
Maybe they were.
You ever think about that?
I did. I
You
did
didn't
actually
think
think
about it.
that
I don't think you
angle.
thought about
I
that.
did.
I don't think her. I will say this. She has
Knows her staff good.
she has a pretty wife.
Okay.
What's funny to me is Portia de Rossi is fantastic in Arrested Development. She is hilarious. I don't know how she ended up there.
I think.
Ended up
I
with,
guess
is that her wife?
love is blind. I guess.
I think you know
Maybe
there's
Ellen has the
gold diggers.
trigger tongue.
Trigger tongue.
I think they're gold diggers in all relationships. You know, not just.
Is that, I mean, it could be it, right?
She got tongue spasms like nobody's business. You know, I'm going to keep my finger on the pulse.
Fastest tongue in the West.
I'm going to keep my finger on the pulse of what's relevant as far as most hated celebrities. And right now, Blake Lively's in the crosshairs. She is, you know, we're big on the show. We say where there's smoke, there's fire, right? She comes out against this dude, and this dude is like, you know what? I don't want to start anything, but I got receipts.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Well, now all of a sudden, the receipts are coming out, and now poor Ryan Reynolds is also caught up in this. And to me, and this is conspiracy theory me thinking that this is like a love affair. I think going wrong. I think she probably stepped outside.
Wow.
And her and Ryan Reynolds, I mean, they look like the power couple, right? They always seem so very much in love.
Yeah.
Why start this like random drama with this dude that you co-starred with?
Yeah.
Who's a good-looking guy and obviously checks another high-level box that's a lot different from Ryan Reynolds. And now all of a sudden she's slinging dirt.
What box is that?
Well, Ryan Reynolds is, you know, he's the blonde guy, good-looking lead actor. You have this guy that's an up-and-coming guy, brunette, very.
So for you.
Yeah,
If you had
checks
Ryan,
my box.
You checked your box. I just wanted to be clear.
Yeah, Ryan. Oh, Ryan checks a lot of boxes.
I'm saying
right?
the other guy, Baldoni, he checks your other box.
He looks like you should, right?
He
looks
checks
like
your ethnic box. is
Looks
what
like
you're
he should check another box, right? So I
you
just
know, if you're slumming it, you know.
Yeah. So let me ask
Ryan's
you,
the
why are you
all-American
saying
guy.
that? Why do you think she stepped out? I don't get it.
just
Because she can.
Why?
That's why.
Why random beef? Like, why throw random shade at a dude that's quiet and never in the
Well,
media?
do you know the backstory to it or no? Because if you don't, it's like too much to.
I know a little bit of it, but not a whole lot.
What do you know? Let's start
So
with that.
I know that apparently Ryan Reynolds was making reference to him as jokes in the new Deadpool.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think it stemmed from this possible relationship with Blake Lively. Because I remember when they were first.
You can't refer to it like it's. What are you talking about?
So I remember.
That's not, I know, but the possible relationship. That's not. Nobody's saying that, but you. So
No, well, so when this movie was first being made, there was that whole like that joke like, oh, she's gonna leave Ryan for this guy.
There's always that joke when there's a. I mean.
Right, but then
That's not
then it turns
substantiated.
serious, and now she's got allegations.
That's not what happened, but okay.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to go with my second one. Strangely, a little bit related to Kim.
Courtney,
I actually like this guy. I'm okay with a little bit of crazy.
he's not hated. He's beloved.
Yeah, he's not hated. I don't know where you're going. With this.
He's hated by a lot of people.
Maybe your family hates him or something. I get that.
He's
Starting to
hated
notice a
for one
trend.
thing.
He's black.
No, he's hated for when one action he pissed off a lot of Americans, and that was his treatment of Taylor Swift. Kanye West.
Man, way
Kanye
to
West,
dredge
people
up
either
dirt.
see him as weird, as bipolar. You hear he's depressed or crazy. Like you hear a lot of negative. I don't mind him. I think his music actually is pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
Wow. Going out on a limb there, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's again, people like they
Hot
panned
take.
his last album.
They
I
did
thought it was
though.
pretty good.
Who panned it?
A lot of people, man.
Yeah. I don't know. We run in different circles, I think, maybe.
Yeah, you run in circles of
I mean, the guy had a great point,
You wanna
right?
talk
I
about-
mean,
you circle the drain, know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right.
I mean, the guy had a great point, right? Shame on the Academy for recognizing Beck, who only plays, like 35 different instruments at the highest level, when obviously the award should have gone to Beyonce that year for, a great vocal performance. So, I mean, shame on giving a music award to a guy who has studied and lived music. Kanye, good point.
You just flipped.
That's sarcasm.
I know you did. Okay, I know, but I feel like you just flipped.
I don't hate him. I'm trying to give Rocky a little bit of juice there.
Who's my next most hated celebrity?
Let's see who yours is.
You know who I think is hated a lot? Whoopi Goldberg. There's a trend here. I'm gonna throw a guy on this list, but I think Whoopi Goldberg.
You're checking a box of underperforming 80s comedians right now.
Yeah,
Ellen was more 90s.
yeah, but
No,
she's
she's-
another one where I'm like, I don't see the talent.
Whoopi?
Yeah, I just don't like
all right, so her movies were good.
Ghost.
Ghost was
Sister
good.
Act.
solid.
Sister Act was good.
First one, okay.
First one was
Eddie,
good.
you guys remember Eddie?
No.
Yeah.
You don't remember Eddie?
Yeah.
When she became the coach of the
coach
Knicks?
of the Knicks. Yeah.
But that's why you like it, because you became the
that's
coach
the
of the
only
Knicks.
reason.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
the
a bad
only-
movie.
was a terrible movie.
It's a terrible
Jumpin'
movie.
Jack, which is probably before your
Yeah, I don't know
time.
what that
Jumpin'
is.
Jack Flash, terrible.
Sounds like a song.
Yeah, it was a song that.
But Whoopi Goldberg has been on TV spewing hot garbage for a while now.
She is.
She said the thing about the Jews and the Nazis, got kicked off air, came back. I think with the current climate on social media, a lot of her clips, I see them getting downvoted. I think stuff is coming to roost with that whole show, but I think she's kind of the face of it.
Yeah, the Predator's got to go. She's awful, man. I have not liked her. She's very outspoken for not being informed, and that's dangerous, especially when you're given a platform as big as The View.
I think informed comes from a lot of different angles, and so I think she's informed.
From the wrong angle.
Yeah, that's
Good
that's
point.
what I
Well,
would say.
I think, no, I don't think she's very informed, though.
So what I mean is,
I
like,
know what you're
she's
saying.
clickbait. So she's listening and she's running with it.
Yeah, she doesn't really do her homework. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
This next one, this pains me. I personally wouldn't put him on the list. This pains me. He is an icon, a childhood comedic hero. That's Chevy Chase. But if you listen to Chevy Chase's peers speak about Chevy Chase, they say what a prick this guy is. They say that he really, I guess because of his heavy drug usage early in his life, really not only derailed his career, but also derailed a lot of friendships. And they say that he's very, very difficult to work with. And because of that, he's hated by a lot of celebrities. There was I'm not going to quote it because I don't remember the exact quote, but I mean, he had a run in with Donald Glover, and Donald Glover seems to be, a media darling. So for a guy like Donald Glover to not favor Chevy in the best light, and the other guy that's on that show too, the guy that did Talk Soup, he also said that I think he actually had a fist fight with Chevy.
Yes.
Oh,
While on set
What's
of
his name?
Community.
Oh, what's his name?
Yeah.
The guy from Talk Soup. I always forget his name.
It'll come to me. But yeah, I think it's
The Jim Carrey wannabe guy.
I think it's pretty real that Chevy's a closet racist, narcissist kind of guy. Yeah. Like I think there's in every role that he's been in, the actors he was with kind of said, guy's a tool. Funny as hell.
Yeah.
Funny as hell. And in Community, I kind of got the impression he was just playing his real self. And that's maybe why he was funny and it worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got that. All right, so I'm going to start by saying with my next choice, I don't think anybody that has this many hits doesn't have talent. I think she knows how to write a hook. She knows how to write a great song. A lot of success, but she is definitely hated. I think, honestly, if you're male and an actor or a singer or an athlete, you probably hate her because you've had a song written about you, and that's Taylor Swift.
It's funny. She's the third most hated.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Kanye being hated because of what he did to her.
Yeah. Well, I think there's an interplay there. I looked at, like, I don't know if
She
you saw.
used to be best friends with Kim K, who he was married to. It's a strange little trifecta you guys going out here. But
There's
And
a
her name used to be Taylor before it was Tallier.
They're yeah, maybe I spelled that wrong. There's definitely what do you call it? A triangle here. But I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
If you looked around the last Chiefs game,
yeah.
there
Saw
were
all three of these bastards together.
yeah, there were a lot of Taylor Swallows shirts. A lot of fans were wearing,
really? That's funny.
yeah. And so I was like, man, it's a rough crowd, man. These guys are, So yeah, I actually think she's a decent singer. I think she's written a lot of good music, to be honest.
I like her. I don't hate her. I like her. I
mean,
bought in.
My girls love her. They've been to shows. I would have gone to a show with them if they had asked. They didn't. But no, I think she's actually got talent, but she is hated, man. There's a lot of people that think she's basic.
I don't hate her, There's some songs that there's good songs. I think she's a little corny though.
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
I don't know the names.
Big one. Mark, sing some.
I don't actually. I don't think I know any names of songs.
I don't know those because I never. Yeah.
I mean, we know that our previous one of our previous hosts,
He was a Swiftie?
Zach. Oh yeah, I mean, you can't wear that many cardigans and not be a Swiftie.
You know what's funny? That joke is funny, but I've never seen him in a cardigan. Have you?
Oh yeah, no, there's pictures.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's pictures.
I don't hate a cardigan, by the way. I'll wear a cardigan.
I love a girl in a cardigan.
Just a cardigan?
I
What's
mean,
wrong with a cardigan?
That would probably help it. I think if you're a guy and you're wearing a cardigan and you got a cat in your cardigan pocket,
Well, that's different. You know,
too much.
I'm saying that. But I will say,
Pull over.
like I
No,
said,
it's a cardigan. But
I
thanks.
just think she's corny,
Greatest
like,
scenes.
corny in all the right ways.
goofy
Yeah.
in all the right ways.
Her stool. That's the right way. She's got corny stool.
She's cornbread. I like cornbread. Dip it in buttermilk.
She's white bread. All right, Team
beautiful.
TMZ. With number 3, I don't agree with this one either. But I mean, I see the rhetoric online all the time. There's probably a whole. Well, let's not say half the country. Let's say around 37% of the country that hates this guy, Joe Rogan, the biggest show in the world. There's like a whole populace of people that just think he's a meathead.
That's right.
Because they hate truth.
And they hate you, and they probably look at us the same way. But yeah, I think he gets a lot of hate. I mean, all the
I
stuff
think
that CNN.
We're
and,
probably his demographic for sure. Let's put it
we
that
are.
way. Yeah.
But
yeah.
you know, like the stuff that the news networks did to him during the COVID thing, and it's pretty crazy. I mean, it's pretty crazy for sure. The mainstream media hates him.
Yeah.
That's for sure. The legacy media,
Well,
they hate
you
him.
know the great thing about Joe Rogan? I don't think he cares that anybody hates him. I think
don't.
he's cashing
They
the
don't
checks.
care.
He's one of the richest people. And
Yeah, he laughs at them when he talks about
yeah,
them,
he don't
especially CNN. Crazy.
this is what I do like about him, because I'm like you. I don't think he is probably one of the most hated, no doubt.
Yeah.
I think especially among a lot of women can't stand him because they
that
think
don't know any better. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they think that he represents the bro crowd. you
Yeah.
know? But he doesn't have an angle, man.
No,
he
he
will
doesn't.
sit there and listen to a Christian pastor.
But he's had so many, like, it's funny about so many female scientists and doctors
Yeah.
on the show, just so, like an open forum.
Yeah, I mean, he'll talk about
Doesn't make
aliens. He'll talk about the Anunnaki. He'll talk about he talks about anything.
It seems like he's actually trying to become informed. He's like going to like lead
Oh, he
sources
is.
for
he's
answers.
trying to become informed and hasn't decided on the answer yet, like beforehand. So he'll like I heard an interview with
He'll do his research and then
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, I heard a interview with a pastor that I really respect, and they talked a lot about Jesus. And you could tell that like Joe was actually listening, and
yeah, the show's it's a good show.
It's a good
That's
show.
why
Yeah.
you can listen to it for 3
It was
hours.
a good show. All right, this next person. Every time you think that they're done being in the spotlight for being a hated celebrity, they do something even more awful than the time before, and that's Roseanne Barr. Roseanne Barr can't seem to keep her
She's back.
nose out of it, man. I swear to God, whether it be desecrating our national anthem at a sporting event or flat out being racist on the set of her television show by moniker, she is always in the limelight for the wrong reasons. And I really think that there are more people that hate Roseanne Barr than that love Roseanne Barr.
I think that's a fair statement.
Poor Tom Arnold.
It'd be your time.
I think for sure she's pissed off a lot of people.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I'm trying to say this. I don't want to put this guy on here,
Then don't.
but I got to be honest with you. And this is tough because like he's a Cleveland boy, but he does rub people along.
This is a good one.
Yeah, he rubs people the wrong way.
I like the Paul brothers.
As do I.
Jake Paul. I honestly, I was so at the end of the Mike Tyson fight. This is what I felt.
Wow.
I felt dirty
Why?
because it was a charade.
Whoa, are
It
you
was a
French?
charade.
You French?
The damn they
Was it
listen,
charade?
they screwed us.
They took
They were
away-
both in on it.
No.
Tyson wasn't freaking hitting the guy like he could. It was.
Well, I'll say this about the Paul. First of all, I like the Paul brothers.
As
If
do I.
you don't like the Paul brothers, you're just a hater. These guys, they're just two kids that look what they've built. We're talking about a kid that was on YouTube pulling pranks when he was 12, right?
16, yeah.
But
That
what
just
he's trying to
fought Mike Tyson.
what he's trying to do is amazing. He's
It is.
trying to get like actual like
Prize fighting back on the
not
back,
only
yeah.
prize fighting, right?
He
He's
has.
bringing back the art of Don King, but he's also trying to secure like health benefits for these guys that are putting themselves in the ring and having to pay for all this stuff.
Yeah.
out of
Nobody cares
pocket.
about that.
Again, this pains me because he's a Cleveland sports fan. He's an icon in the city. But so is Machine Gun Kelly in Cleveland. And, he's
I like
another
some-
guy
I
that
like
can make
some
that
of
list.
Machine Gun Kelly's
But anyways, I don't necessarily dislike him, but he is a hated celebrity.
Twas a charade. I
Was
was
it Shabbat?
I was in the chateau. I nearly spit out my croissant when
Now, this is a throwback.
this fight took place.
This is a throwback, okay?
Uh-oh. How far back?
I'd say maybe 10 to 12.
All right, so not like Charlie Chaplin.
So
throwback.
he's not. This guy's not. I don't know what he is. I think he was hated for a long time. I think he might be on the cusp of returning. So this might age poorly. But Dane Cook is a guy that was like on top of
Yeah.
the world
He was.
and
then
just
he-
out of nowhere,
well, they said
No, it's
that-
not out of nowhere.
yeah, they said
He blatantly
stole
stole
material.
jokes.
Yeah.
they said he did.
No, it's
I sat down. I seen the thing. Yeah, I
it's
seen
documented.
But
Somebody stole
when I
material.
seen the
They're
whole
word for word too.
yeah. But here's my thing. That all aside, people hate him.
They do.
Even after he sat down and talked with the comedian, and they had a whole, these guys obviously have writers when they do specials too that help them. I think it's very possible that happened, or they say sometimes you hear a joke and it
Sticks
goes
with
into your
you.
subconscious, and then you don't realize you get the idea for it.
Yeah.
But either way, Dane Cook was like playing arenas.
Oh, he had
Yeah.
one of the funniest skits. The whole Kool-Aid skit.
I mean,
Remember
one of
that
my favorite movies. Yeah, the Kool-Aid. Yeah, the Kool-Aid thing was good.
Oh yeah.
Well,
oh
too,
yeah.
I mean, he-
oh yeah. My dad's gonna kill me. You just knocked down my wall.
You only know of two in the pink, one in the stink because of Dane Cook too.
Yeah, Dane Cook.
the shotgun.
Dane Cook was a moment, and it just made me think of my fifth pick.
The Botox that he's receiving is ridiculous.
But
though.
one of my favorite underrated movies, Employee of the Month,
Yeah, it's a good movie.
which is a classic.
Yeah.
And
No, he had a moment there.
Yeah, he did.
There was a couple skits, man. That Kool-Aid one killed me, and then there was one where he was acting like a drunk person at a party, getting ready to vomit, and
Is
they
that
were doing
one,
the drag.
That big one, the big. I haven't watched it in a while. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I have to
it was
rewatch
great,
that
man.
too. The one it was 360 because he was in a central
yeah,
stage.
yeah.
No,
was
no,
cool.
he had a moment.
Yeah.
I feel like he was kind of Tosh before Tosh. Like he set the table.
A little bit. Tasha's a lot smarter comedian.
Yeah,
He is.
Tosh
yeah,
is a
he
lot.
is, and yeah, definitely. But like, I think he set the table for that type of.
But I think it was how he
yeah.
went about doing it, right? Because Anthony Jeselnik's come under fire for actually ripping off a Daniel Tosh joke, and that's the one about the baby left at the fire station. So that was a big thing, but it was kind of swept under the rug because they talked it out and they were like, yeah, this was just,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
it
jokes-
happens. But for Dane to come back from that is kind of groundbreaking in a sense that Carlos Mencia was called out for the same thing
Carlos
by
Mencia
Joe
is-
Rogan and
yeah.
never recovered.
No, he won't.
So I mean I think that's the difference between like a full-on joke stealer. Like Carlos Mencia was a gag. He stole jokes, whereas Dane Cook,
It happened.
Maybe not-
But the thing about Mencia is they were saying it was like repeatedly and it
Yeah.
kept happening. So yeah.
which is a good segue to my next guy. And here's a guy, and when he
Here's
went
a
out,
guy.
man, he was at the top of his game. I absolutely loved watching his stuff. It didn't age well for the years of like woke at its height, but Louis C.K., man, his Louis
my ears?
C.K. was at the pinnacle of comedy. I mean, everybody wanted to be around Louis C.K. His show, fantastic, because it was about the blue collar man that was trying to live everyday life and deal with, a wife that he's, not sexually performing well with because of all of the, the anxieties of work and the pressures of life and having a kid, the whole nine. Louis C.K. was great until, again, joke stealing became a thing, Louis C.K. was called out for stealing some jokes, and before you know it, he kind of went away, and he was hated in the comedic world. I've seen lately that
back.
he's just now starting to do
back.
a couple of things.
You know, he
but
has a special, and it's pretty damn good.
yeah, I mean, I always liked him, but definitely hated. He was hated in the community for a very long time.
I think it's it's interesting because I'm like looking at. I have 2 ladies on my list. You have how many?
One lady, 2 ladies.
Yeah, you have 2. You have how many?
2.
Yeah, so like we have 2, but like it's funny that a group of guys, like my next guy is a guy, of course.
That's right.
We're skewing. Like I think it's easier to be canceled and hated as a male right now than it is as a female. In fact, I think that there's a lot that so many people have bought into the idea of toxic masculinity. Like one guy thought about.
Talk your shit, Rocky.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
I'm not going to say the name in case, just by the off chance you're going to put him on, maybe my honorable mention.
No,
but,
I'm not, my guy, you're not picking.
Okay, but
Sure.
this guy is not somebody that bothers me. I think it's probably a little bit akin to your Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
They're in the same car together.
Yeah. Elon Musk just got accused of doing a Nazi symbol.
Out of context.
Yeah, maybe, but he pushes the boundaries. He is not. He doesn't care. Something about having.
It was not dissimilar too.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, I saw a Twitter account by an engineer that was measuring the angle and said it was not quite. That true Nazi signal was 145. Yeah. Anyways. It's something about him that it bothers people. They hate the Tesla truck, the Cybertruck.
I like the Cybertruck.
My family did not enjoy my joke about how it contained the bomb pretty well, which was a good thing. But anyways, Elon Musk, something about a 9 and a 0 next to billion. He just doesn't care.
People hate everybody.
Yeah, but he just doesn't care. He doesn't.
what's
Common
crazy
theme,
is the
right?
timing of that had happened. So I'm going back and I'm watching The Hunters.
Yeah.
Which is I'm like 4 episodes into the first season. It's fantastic. But what The Hunters portrays is that Nazis live amongst us and that they're taught to never quit like their Nazi life. So I was like, God damn it, that better not be like a Nazi salute because of that reason. Like
ridiculous.
Here you are, you're infiltrated America. You're at the pinnacle of success and you're not going to let go of your ways.
Damn
you
it.
bastard.
Is this Marvel?
That's
Hail
it.
Hydra?
Hail Hydra.
Damn it.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm gonna let you make your pick first, and then we'll go.
What happened? Why'd you say damn it?
I think we missed the number 1 hated person in the world.
Well, I don't
You're
think
gonna
we
say.
should name him either.
Okay. What?
I'm gonna see who your guy is.
Okay, no, it's not that guy for sure. All right, so this guy, man, this is another throwback. You guys are gonna get it once I say it. This guy, I think people hate him because this guy he's lame. He's just lame, and especially when I think maybe at the time it wasn't as lame, but going back, go look at it tonight when you go home. YouTube it.
Bob Saget.
No, Bob Saget. First of all, rest in peace, Bob Saget, and Bob Saget's not lame, but.
And filthiest comedian around.
Yeah, lame guy. David Blaine knockoff. I'm going Chris Angel, Mind Freak.
Oh, yeah.
dude.
And you got to throw in the Mind Freak because Chris Angel, if you watch it now, is the most Ed Hardy emo.
There was
Cornball.
an entire movie made to make fun of him.
Really?
Yeah, starring.
Steve Carell and Jim Carrey.
Yeah, yeah. You never
Oh,
saw
that's
it?
what's making
Yeah.
fun of him?
Oh,
Dude,
100%.
yo,
I've
you
seen
kidding?
the movie. I didn't
Yeah.
know that was making fun
Yeah.
of him.
Oh,
No.
Jim Carrey's like dead
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Chris Angel with that.
Yeah, and then
That
not
makes
only
sense,
that,
yeah.
but they had a Chris Angel character in Arrested Development that was played by what's his name from Dodgeball.
Yeah, Dodgeball.
Vince Vaughn?
No, the lead actor,
The lead in Dodgeball was
not the lead, but the bad guy in Dodgeball.
Oh,
Damn
Ben
it.
Stiller.
Ben Stiller. Yeah. He plays a Chris Angel role
In
on Arrested
Arrested
Development.
Development?
It's fantastic. Yeah.
That like always steals Job's tricks.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes. And Joe, they kind of have an almost affair, but neither one is gay. It's an interesting storyline. But yeah,
Chris
Chris
Angel.
Angel's good.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned him too, because one of those clips was just posted the other day on TikTok of Jim Carrey portraying that character, and it's like the end of the whole entire stunt is that he's trying to retrieve the person's card that had picked it from the beginning. So he takes a blade and he cuts his cheek open and he digs in there. He pulls out the card. It's brilliant.
Chris Angel, I like David Blaine. I like his stuff.
Yeah.
Chris Angel was like the retard brother of David Blaine.
You know, he reminds me of
What was the name of his
Zach-
show? Wasn't it
Mind Freak.
Mind Freak?
Mind
That's
Freak.
why it's there. It's on the board.
Mind
so
Freak, yeah.
his like that character that he portrays, that like my friend, it's so over the top, like it's so ridiculous.
Sucks.
It reminds me of like Ghost Adventure, that Zach Baggins dude. Like after Ghost Hunters was like legit, and then they came out, or Ghost Adventures, whichever one it was. Then they came out, and he was like that guy, like, we're going deep into the abandoned house. Whoa,
maybe,
man,
like-
look out! You're like just stupid.
Maybe there's a spin-off episode, because I think that he would be like maybe in the top 3 of my most punchable faces too.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah,
for
so like
sure.
that could be almost like a not hated but punchable.
You know who has a punchable face? Nick Wright.
Yeah, no.
Nick Wright has a punchable face.
Who's that?
I get that.
From FS1? You don't know who Nick Wright is? Okay.
You have to bring up. We'll
Yeah,
bring
we'll
up.
bring it. All right,
Okay,
so
any
who's-
honorable mentions?
Who's the guy you wanted to say?
Well, so like to me, I think back about like Andrew Dice Clay, but that's old school. But
Dice
he's-
Clay is. Do you have his Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, so you see what he's doing now? He's funny. I love
No, he don't care. But
he's
he like
ridiculous.
I think he's the poster child for male
Hickory dickory dock.
that.
Dude, I had all those memorized as a kid.
my dad used to say them to me. Like
Little Bo
to his
Peep.
friend in front of me. Yeah.
Little Bo Peep after sheep, blew a horse, licked its feet, ate its ass so very nice, tongued its balls not once but
Okay, now you gotta cut
twice.
this
Thank
whole
you,
part
Mark.
off. Yeah, I gotta cut this.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. Any other honorable mentions?
Joe Buck almost made my list.
Joe Buck is not. Joe Buck's a great announcer, man.
Joe Buck, he's coming
is
around.
hated. He
He's
is
coming around,
hated.
but he was very much hated.
Yeah.
I may have started an F Joe Buck chant or two in my days when he has been
Yeah,
on.
I mean, most fantasy leagues have a Joe Buck yourself. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know?
Joe Buck is definitely
That's
a hated dude.
Who's another hated guy?
I mean, I think we gotta
Roger
say.
Goodell. Well,
I think we gotta say that both Donald Trump and Kamala Harris
yes.
Yeah.
were two the most hated.
That's fair.
Depending on where you're coming from.
Chris Collingsworth, there's a hated
Yeah.
guy,
Collingsworth.
Yeah, he's another punchable face
Yeah.
for sure.
Here's a guy.
especially when it's
Punchable.
wrapped around Mahomes' schlong.
Oh, wow.
I think Aaron Rodgers. I thought
Just
about
firing off.
putting Aaron Rodgers because he's a guy that I don't hate him, but a lot of people hate him.
Can't stand Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers.
They hate success.
Think of a good one. Rosie O'Donnell is pretty hated.
Yeah.
I thought about her. I did think about her.
Chris Brown is pretty hated.
I thought about Chris Brown. I thought
I still
about
listen to
Justin
all his
Bieber,
music, but-
honestly. But
yeah.
I'll be
I thought
honest.
I thought about Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, Justin Bieber. I think he's about to be vindicated because of your number one.
Yep.
I think that there's something that happened that's going to come out, and he's going to come around and be respected for all that he went through.
I think the fallout of this is going to be crazy because it's really going to be a shift in dynamics of who, people thought like Usher was a good dude. Like they're going to think, those guys that
Will
are
Smith.
really
O.J. Simpson.
LeBron.
Yeah, I know.
Rest
O.J.
in
Simpson
peace,
was hate.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
they
they
hated for
hated
sure.
The glove don't fit or quit.
Yeah.
Well, who was Princess Diana's husband? That he
Prince,
was hated.
Prince
after
Charles?
Prince Charles. Yeah.
Prince Charles. Prince Charles people hated.
Yeah.
Maybe not in but like my mom and like all the women that.
Well, I think that they
watched
think
all
he
the
had something to
princes
do
die.
with-
Yeah,
yeah.
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 But maybe that's a bad one.
Trying to think who else is. I think there's a lot of people. If we're talking about sports figures, I think there's a lot of people that
LeBron.
hate Tom Brady, LeBron.
I know an entire city that can't stand Reggie Miller.
Really,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
sour
hate
grapes.
him that bad though. I mean, he never won anything, so
Yeah. Man, he could get he could definitely stick his head under the hood there though. In New York, them people, you guys hated him. Spike Lee hated him.
I thought about actually Spike Lee for a moment. He's kind of loved or hated depending on
you're
what
black
crowd
or
you're
white,
running in. Yeah.
yeah, that's it, huh?
I think so.
Anyways, I think that was a pretty good episode. But of course, I do. Let's recap our list. Mark,
do
you
that.
were first.
Team, keep your names out your mouth. Diddy, Blake Lively, Chevy Chase, Roseanne Barr, Louis C.K. Although I personally love a couple of them on there. Chevy Chase mostly, Louis C.K. It's a good list.
Team and the loser is Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Taylor Swift, Jake Paul, and Elon Musk. Although, like you, I like a couple of these too.
Yeah.
I think your list is gonna win because it's like the top. Those are like people that people really hate. All right, Team TMZ is Ellen DeGeneres, Whoopi Goldberg, Joe Rogan, Dane Cook, and Chris Angel, Mind Freak. You know who we forgot? Amber Heard.
Oh, my
Amber
gosh.
Heard, yeah.
And you know what? We got into those. Like, who was the girl that from Florida that killed her kids?
Casey Anthony.
Yeah, like I mean, if we would have thought about
allegedly, Rocky.
that. Yeah, well,
Okay.
allegedly. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get his band, all right?
Allegedly. Anyways. All right, that's our show for tonight. We want you to go to all of our social medias, find us on YouTube, like and subscribe. We have a huge catalog of guys on drafts on a ton of topics. Check us out. I think you'll be amused. Peace.